Hello students. In the previous video we had covered about the first aspect for the nutrient management under crop production, that was manures, right? We understood how does manure help us in improving the quality of soil, how does it helps in providing us with nutrients and for good production of crops, right? Second thing, we also knew that fertilizers are man-made which help in providing good nutrients to the soil. So fertilizers are the commercially produced plant nutrients. That is what I'm telling you, man-made, which are used for commercial purposes. So commercially produced plant nutrients which are developed outside the soil, which are meant for this purpose only, to fulfill the soil with abundant of nutrients that are required for its growth, right? They basically supply three nutrients, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and these nitrogen and phosphorus are the out of the best minerals and the major minerals which are given to the plants. So fertilizers basically deal with these three important elements. Now what do they help in? They help in good vegetative growth. They help giving rise to healthy plants. That means they provide good growth to the plants. They give rise to some healthy plants. Obviously when they will supply a lot of nutrients, the plant will be able to absorb these abundant of nutrients from the soil. It will also increase its growth and become a more healthier plant. It is same as human body. As somebody tries to give us more and more nutrients, we eat more and more fruits and green leafy vegetables, we stay strong, our immune system develops. Similarly in plants, when you provide them with excessive and good nutrients, they grow into healthy plants. So these are the major factors for higher yield in high cost farming. Now why are they mentioning high cost farming? As we already told you that these fertilizers are commercially produced. So commercial production basically deals with the hefty output or hefty growth of these fertilizers, right? So these are the major factor for higher yield in high cost farming. These cost also high. These are not as economical and as cheap as manures are, because manures are made from animal excreta and animal excreta has no cost, but the commercial production of fertilizers is costly and hence they are valuable and they are purchasable only by rich farmers. Some poor farmers may not be able to even afford fertilizers, and that is how it is supports basically high cost farming with higher yield. Now when you are investing some good money and some good products into it, obviously you will obtain a higher yield. Secondly, its dose, time, application, pre or post, is to be done carefully. Now what does this means, pre and post and dose and time? Dose means the amount of fertilizer you are using. टाइम एप्लीकेशन मीन्स आप कितने टाइम के लिए उस फर्टिलाइजर्स को उस पर्टिकुलर प्लांट को प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो. सो दैट इज प्री एंड पोस्ट मीन्स जब आपने प्लांट लगाया नहीं है, यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग द सॉइल. ठीक है, यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग द सॉइल सो दैट इट इज गुड इनफ टू प्रोवाइड प्लांट विद गुड ग्रोथ. तो दैट इज प्री. बिफोर यू हैव सोन द सीड मीन्स प्री, एंड पोस्ट मीन्स after you have sown the seed and you are growing plants. So pre and post application of fertilizers is also important कि आप कितने टाइम के लिए कर रहे हैं. It should not be less, it should not be excessive. As अगर आप उसको excessive देंगे, it may damage your environment, and अगर आप उसको कम देंगे तो हो सकता है कि plants उसको absorb ही ना करें, right? Maybe वो आपने इतना कम quantity में दिया कि plant उसको ले ही नहीं पाए soil के through, right? Let's study in detail how does it vary. Now when applied, it can be washed away by excessive irrigation also. Now what is this point? We know that to allow any plant to grow, we need to irrigate them, we need to provide water to them. So there is this process of irrigation which is done in the fields to help plant grow into good crops, right? So when you apply these fertilizers and on the top of it if you provide excessive water, like कोई दिन excessive irrigation हमने crops को provide कर दी and उसी दिन morning में हमने plants को fertilizers भी provide किए थे. So what happens, जब आपने उसको irrigate किया, those fertilizers got washed away and that led to inadequate absorption of fertilizers by the प्लांट्स। तो हुआ क्या कि जो उसके ऊपर आपने फर्टिलाइजर स्प्रे किया था वो इरिगेट होने की वजह से वॉश ऑफ हो गया और तब तक प्लांट्स उसको प्रॉपरली एब्जॉर्ब नहीं कर पाए थे। सो एज अ रिजल्ट क्या हुआ, क्या प्लांट्स को प्रॉपर न्यूट्रिएंट्स मिले? नो। सपोजिटली अगर फर्टिलाइजर्स में 100% न्यूट्रिएंट्स थे तो प्लांट्स को सिर्फ 10 या 20% मिले एंड रेस्ट ऑफ द न्यूट्रिएंट्स गॉट वॉश्ड अवे बाय द excessive irrigation. So this is how you see both dose and time in relation, right? कि डोज भी अप्रोप्रिएट जानी चाहिए प्लांट्स के अंदर और वो प्रॉपर कुछ टाइम के लिए प्लांट्स के ऊपर होने चाहिए ताकि प्लांट उनको अच्छे से एब्जॉर्ब कर सके। Thirdly, excessive fertilizers can cause water pollution also. बहुत ज़्यादा fertilizers अगर आप यूज़ करेंगे तो it can cause water pollution also, it can damage the soil fertility also and it can lead to various environmental hazards also. So fertilizers यूज़ करने के लिए आपको बहुत ज़्यादा cautious रहना पड़ता है and its continuous use can degrade soil fertility as I told. क्योंकि what happens is these fertilizers are commercially produced, so you do not only put these nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, there are some other chemicals also जो इनके साथ डाले जाते हैं for them to be good efficient, right? कमर्शियली उसको हमें कब तक स्टोर करना पड़े हमें नहीं पता, कब तक वो प्रोडक्ट सेल होगा ये भी हमें नहीं पता। सो टू अवॉइड द वेस्टेज ऑफ दोज थ्री वी एड सम अदर केमिकल्स एंड प्रेजर्वेटिव्स एंड अदर थिंग्स ऑल्सो। बट जब हम यही फर्टिलाइजर सॉइल में डालते हैं, दो सॉइल एब्जॉर्ब्स न्यूट्रिएंट्स, डोंट यू थिंक सॉइल वुड बी एब्जॉर्बिंग दोज केमिकल्स एज वेल, राइट? तो अगर वो केमिकल्स का क्वांटिटी ज़्यादा हो जाता है, सपोजिटली आपने बहुत ज़्यादा फर्टिलाइजर डाल दिया तो न्यूट्रिएंट्स के साथ साथ वो केमिकल्स भी ज़्यादा डल गए ना, तो जब प्लांट एब्जॉर्ब करता है वो न्यूट्रिएंट्स तो एब्जॉर्ब करता ही करता है, साथ में केमिकल्स भी एब्जॉर्ब कर लेता है एंड दैट कैन कॉज डैमेज टू दी प्लांट एज वेल। सॉइल की जो फर्टिलिटी तो कम हुई केमिकल से, प्लांट को भी थोड़ा डैमेज हुआ। ऑल्सो हाउ इज इट कॉजिंग वाटर पोल्यूशन? हमें पता है कि हमारी अर्थ के नीचे जहाँ पे सॉइल है वहाँ पे क्या है? वाटर, विच वी मेंशन इट एज ग्राउंड वाटर। तो अगर केमिकल्स वहाँ नीचे हो जा रहे हैं सॉइल के अंदर, आरंट दे रीचिंग द वाटर? Yes. So aren't they polluting it? So thus thereby they pollute the water also. So therefore fertilizers का जो ये use है it is very important and you need to use them carefully. It is not like you can use them anywhere. No, they have to be used properly. So this was about manures and fertilizers. Now when you have studied both the things, what comes to our mind? That what is well efficient? Ideally if we see, so commercially produced fertilizers provide good yield, they provide higher farming, right? But if you see from all aspects, the most economical, the most usable product are manures because they do not require any cost, they are not causing any environmental damage and they are also providing nutrients to the plants. So वो अच्छा काम भी कर रहे हैं and they are not leaving any bad effect also. Thus for effective nutrient management in crop production, organic farming, that is use of manures, help in providing मैक्सिमम बेनिफिट, जिससे हमारा इन्वायरमेंटल डिग्रेडेशन भी नहीं हुआ, प्लांट को हार्म भी नहीं हुआ, सॉइल भी हमारा सेव्ड रहा, नो वाटर पोल्यूशन एंड दस प्लांट्स को जो हमें न्यूट्रिएंट्स प्रोवाइड करने थे वो भी मैन्योर्स के थ्रू मिल गए। सो जो ये मैन्योर का यूज़ होता है प्लांट्स को न्यूट्रिएंट प्रोवाइड करने में, इस तरह की फार्मिंग को हम कहते हैं ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग। स्टिल नाउ आपने बहुत बारी सुना होगा कि व्हाट इज ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग, वी आर दोज फार्मर्स प्रैक्टिस ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग एंड इवन इफ यू सी you buy some online grocery product, you will see two types of things in that. If you buy any pulse, they will give you two type of pulses. One, they will be written organic pulses. So what are those organic? These are that only, and that is why they are selling them at a little higher price, because the product used in it is very natural. They are not used for any of the costlier thing, right? And they are as natural we are obtaining from the environment. There's nothing man-made, no use of chemicals, nothing. They are pure. Now let's see what is organic farming. It's a farming system with minimal or no use of chemicals. I told in today's world those things are costlier in the market, the ones which are free of chemicals. जो chemical से बनाई हुई चीज़ है ना, वो that is being sold at a cheaper rate in the market, क्योंकि anything can be made by a chemical, but when you are not using any chemical and making a pure thing, it is coming at a higher cost. So with no use of chemicals, which chemicals? Like fertilizer, herbicide, pesticides. Herbicides and pesticides are also these products only which are used to kill some pests and herbs, right? And with maximum use of organic manures, right? With maximum use of manures. Now let's see which manures we studied. We studied about compost, we studied about green manure, right? Apart from them also we have some other organic manures like recycled farm waste, livestock and excreta. This we already studied, right? That livestock and excreta waste and all the farm waste, what do? We create a pit, we put all those products inside the pit and then cover it, leave it for some time, right? So that is one of the efficient manure. Second is use of BGA. BGA is blue green algae to prepare biofertilizer. Now what do you mean by biofertilizer? That means the fertilizers which are biologically made. They do not use any chemicals, they do not use any products, nothing. They are biological made by the action of certain algae, by the action of certain bacteria or anything. Like we studied vermicomposting कि जो earthworm की decomposition से बन रहा है, right? So यहाँ पे हम कौन सा substance use कर रहे हैं? Blue green algae. We are using blue green algae to prepare biofertilizer. इसमें यही होता है, blue green algae acts on the products, decomposes them, provides them with some other effective cycles and leads to the production of biofertilizers. Similarly, neem leaves help to prepare biopesticides. Now pesticides are the substances which are used to kill pests. अब अगर हम किसी भी चीज़ को मारने के लिए कोई सब्सटेंस यूज़ कर रहे हैं, सो दैट ऑल्सो माइट कंटेन सम डेंजरस प्रोडक्ट. Everybody must be aware about the hit spray which is used to kill the cockroaches, right? So that hit spray, it is always said, your mother or your anybody in the home might say that do not touch this hit spray, it is danger, it is poison for you, right? It tends to harm us. So those are the things which are harmful, right? But if you think about biopesticides, you also might have heard that your grandmother or the older people in your house, they always say ki if you want to keep your immunity strong, you should eat neem leaves. Neem leaves are also said to be good things that are used to protect you. They are used as in traditional times, they were even used as medicines to kill certain bacteria inside your body or to help you get rid of any infection. In olden times we have used neem leaves. So thus neem leaves here also are used to prepare biopesticides. So the pesticides thus formed from neem leaves do not contain some extra poisonous chemicals. They only contain effective skill to kill the pests and are not harmful to the plants or soil. So this is how these organic farming is practiced with maximum benefits and use of only maximum organic manures. No artificial chemicals are used. Only man-made products are used, right? And this is how we have completed the nutrient management for crop production. Now I would like to brief you with the details that what have we studied till now and what are we going to study in future. We had started with this chapter. I had given you the introduction. The first thing was crop variety improvement. We have covered it under 2 slides and that was an easier thing. We studied about some factors which are there to provide variety improvement. Second is crop production management. So crop production management has 3 subparts. The first one is nutrient management, which we have just completed. That is, we studied about manures, we studied about fertilizers, and thus we realized that manures ka use only gives us good practice of organic farming. Irrigation systems कौन से types के होते हैं? Wells, canals, lift system, tanks. Now this you will study in upcoming video. that how is irrigation provided to the plants, and उसके भी different systems क्यों हैं, why do we provide different system, what is the use, where all are these used, this you will study under crop production management. You need to understand the concept that crop production means जब वो हमने crop को already sow कर दिया and now we are allowing it to grow. तो जैसे जैसे हमने उसको बड़ा करना है, हमें क्या क्या चीज़ें चाहिए, उनको न्यूट्रिएंट प्रोवाइड करने हैं, उनको वाटर देना है और उनको उगाना है अच्छे से. क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न मीन्स टू हैव अ प्रॉपर पैटर्न इन विच दे आर ग्रोइंग. ऐसा नहीं है कि दे आर रैंडमली ग्रोइंग ऑन देयर ओन एंड बहुत बहुत टाइम लग रहा है उनको ग्रो करने में. नो, यू नीड टू ग्रो देम इन अ प्रॉपर सिक्वेंशियल पैटर्न ताकि वो they become and yield good product. You might have seen when a child is born, we bring him up sequentially. It is not like ki immediately after nursery you send him to class 5th. No, there is a pattern: nursery, KG, first, second, and step by step syllabus is distributed. In nursery we only learn ABCD, right? In KG we start forming words. So this is how even plants are brought up. There are proper cropping patterns which are formed for them so that they yield good production. There are patterns: mixed cropping, intercropping, crop rotation. These two topics will be covered under the coming 2 videos, which will help you to understand how rest of the crop production management is done. And the last topic will be crop protection management. That is how to protect your crops when they are growing or when they have grown. Now sometime it happens that the crop production is ready, but you wait for the right time to cut it out, right? There is some time to cut your yield and get it sold in the market. So at that time, how will you protect your crop is important and you will study that in the crop protection management, right? Any doubts till now, you may please ask. Next video will be on irrigation systems. Thank you very much.